Greetings everybody from the Dank Basement. I'm Paul, your Uncle Squinty, and today we're taking a look at another snuff from Swisher International. Now I may have reviewed this one before. I went back in my library, I didn't see it, but I have nearly 500 videos, so it might have gotten lost in the shuffle. If this is a repeat of an earlier review, I apologize, but if you're new to my channel, you might want to watch this. This is the Square brand Scotch Snuff from Swisher International. Now, unlike many of Swisher's products, this does not contain a lot of added sugars. Why would they add sugar to snuff, you ask? Well, it's very simple. Swisher, per their company's literature, they say, we don't make nasal snuff. We make snuff. We make snuff that is intended to be dipped with a moistened stick, toothpick, matchstick, twig, and you moisten that stick, pop open your container, swish it around until you get the wet stick coated with the snuff, and you just pop it in your mouth. Rub it against your gum. And this method of dipping a stick into the snuff container is probably the reason that we call Copenhagen and things like that dip, because they are oral tobacco. I don't believe that Copenhagen should be called snuff, but this isn't really supposed to be nasal snuff, I understand, either. But it's wonderful when used as a nasal snuff. Even the ones with sugar can be very, very nice up your nose. Anybody who's ever had Garrett's Sweet Peach understands exactly what I'm talking about. Now, Swisher makes a bunch of very flavorful snuffs. Black cherry, or dark cherry, whatever, wild cherry, strawberry, honey. There's one called buttercup. There's one called checkerberry, which is a wintergreen. So they've got a lot of sort of sweetie-deety, fruity-dooty, choco-rific, mintalicious sort of snuffs. This is not one of them. The Square Snuff from Swisher International. When you first open the tin, and excuse me, I'm warming a pinch here, so I'm kind of three-fingered Bobby over here, which, by the way, is the most popular sexual position in the Kama Sutra. Man, that smells like nothing so much as walking into a Home Depot. I'm serious, it's a very hardware store, lumberyard sort of smell. You get a little linseed oil or tongue oil, almost a little sawdust smell. It's really pleasant in the tin. Consistency is a fine. There's plenty of moisture here. It's not going to be a tough sniff, but because of the fine grind, you're going to want to be a little bit careful when you sniff this. Now, this is a snuff that does benefit from warming, and I am warming the pinch, have been for the last minute or so, between my thumb and forefinger. I want to bring out the aromatic oils that are in this snuff, so I'm going to powder this out on my boxcar, my little boxcar. Like the boxcar, it allows the snuff to more evenly coat the inside of your nostrils, which makes the snuff much more available to the capillaries in your nose, which means you're going to get a lot more nicotine. But if you're not a stranger to Swisher, you already know that Swisher snuffs tend to have quite a bit of nicotine in them. I have never sniffed a Swisher that is below a 5 on a 1 to 10 scale, and most of them are right around a 6. This snuff is described to me as having a medium, slightly reddish-brown color to it, which means nothing. The color of the snuff really means very little. If it's a black snuff or a pure white snuff, it might yield a little more nicotine than some of the brown snuffs, but that's not necessarily so. It's really, I don't know, it's just the way it is, depending on how the snuff has been fermented, milled, treated. Sometimes it means higher nicotine to have a black snuff, sometimes not. Yeah, it's a hardware store. It's a really pleasant smell of new lumber, fresh sawdust, a little bit of furniture oil. It is not at all unpleasant. It's a real masculine sort of scent. This will appeal to the working guy that loves the smell of his wood shop or his garage shop. It's got kind of a nice, pleasantly industrial edge to it. It's nice. Nicotine is good. Yeah, these tend to be pretty high in nicotine, as I said. I'm going to do another pinch. This is good. I won't bother to warm this one. I just want the nicotine. I love this old piano roll music, don't you? And of course, all of this stuff is public domain, so I don't have to worry about YouTube coming after me and going, "You used copyrighted material, you bastard." And then they revoke your left testicle. And for those of you who don't have testicles, they revoke something. Yeah. Nicotine on a scale from 1 to 10, where 1 is nothing and 10 is potentially dangerous. This is a 7. It's good nicotine. Good nose feel. Very nice in the nose. Burns a little bit going in, but not much. The overall scent profile is that of a clean workshop. Wood dust, sawdust, wood finishes, tongue oil, that kind of thing. It's nice. Yeah, on the Suquinty scale, where 1 is disgusting and 5 is delicious, I'm going to rate this one a solid 4. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this snuff, although the scent profile might not appeal to everybody. It is a very masculine scent, very reminiscent of hard and pleasant work with one's hands. So there you go. I gotta blow my nose, hang on a second. That's better. Speaking of snot, this snuff does not produce a lot of backdrip. What there is slightly acidic, but not uncomfortable. And again, the overwhelming scent of wood shavings or sawdust and linseed oil, tongue oil, they stay for a very long time in your nose. Forward drip, on the other hand, is a little bit more copious than in some other Swisher snuffs I had, so you're going to want to keep a handkerchief handy for this one. The Square Snuff from Swisher International, 4 out of 5 on the Suquinty scale, plenty of nicotine, and a very masculine scent profile. From the Dank Basement, I'm your wicked Uncle Squinty, Paul Shelbetter. I do appreciate the views. Thank you for watching. Thank you for pressing the like button. Thanks for subscribing if you are not already subscribed. And please tell your friends about me. If they're getting into nasal snuff, this is the best place to come for information on nasal snuff. Again, I'm Paul, and again, thanks for watching. Nose solo!